Sheikh Firdaus there, in action as well. Um, you just spoke about it. It's in the blood with
Yeah.
with the Laudan family itself. Um, how
Calling for the
important
red
do you
corner.
think? How important would it have been growing up, with being surrounded by a father who's not just an extremely good practitioner and a coach, but also who is very passionate about the sport. I mean, he's putting blood, sweat, and tears into
Yeah.
seeing that Silat grows. And how important was it for these lads growing up with something? You just spoke about Sheikh Firdaus's brother as
Yeah.
well, who's been a world champion. And what an encouraging and informative atmosphere to grow up within.
You know, okay, I put it this way. If you want your son to be a pilot, from their little kids, you buy them model aeroplanes, you do that, you make them like to be pilot,
Absolutely.
You provide them with all those stuff. If you want them to be a good pesilat, you have to provide them with all those things to make you interested in silat. But for this family, they have no problem with that because the whole family is in silat. So he must be a lucky chap, because
Yeah.
he will get everything, whatever he want. His father will provide for him good training, good coaches, everything he needs, he will get it. That means it's all up to him. Yeah, he will get everything. That's why you can see they are world champions.
I have to say I've got a very
See,
that is
beautiful, right?
an extremely
Very
beautiful
drop
move.
of the blue corner.
He's countering that guy.
That is an extremely, I would call it a master stroke there. That's really, and that's what the contest is all about, isn't it? To be able to read your opponent. And we just spoke about him being world champion, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
You don't just get a title like that. Um, very interesting bit though, Roslan. Although I perfectly respect your analogy, but when I was younger and my godfather used to keep bringing me model planes, I still have some of them. Uh, I never did become a pilot, but I had the greatest fear of heights till I was about 20 or 21, till finally had a chance to go. It took me one bungee jump to break that.
You did bungee
Yeah.
jump, yeah?
It was painful. I was a lot
Yeah.
lighter in those days. It was painful. Now I go up to places like bungee jumping just to scare the operators by telling them I want to take the jump. They look at me and they get scared. Oh, that's another
And then drop, yeah?
that's another stroke. Yeah.
Very drop for the blue corner.
Very strong. And
Mm.
here's what I like about Sheikh Firdaus and his style. It's unassuming.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that flamboyant style. It's very unassuming. But when he moves, he's extremely fast.
He execute this move very precisely.
He's got pace,
Mm.
and it's lethal actually when
Yeah.
he's in action.
It's the process, When you do the process, you must be very accurate. Then, you are, the next second you are on the ground.
And it's so important when you think about it. The more unassuming you appear to your opponent, you already conquered one battle there, because your
Yeah.
opponent thinks that
There's the fear there,
Yeah. How important is it for you to have actually prepared yourself to learn about your opponents in contests like this? Do they have that opportunity to actually study the opponent's movements, or what are there? Or is it all just happens in the arena here and now today?
No, these people, they have been to many tournaments, right?
So they are well acquainted, of course.
So they will study your movement. Every tournament, sometimes the guy bring different movement. So you have to study your opponent, Maybe last tournament he's like that. Then the previous one he is like this. So the coaches will brief him. Now this guy is the playing technique already changed to this style. So he must adopt. If he go to this style, we adopt this style.
So there are counter moves, and as you can see, you know, with KADEK Adi Budiasta, he has come back just a tad bit stronger in the second round.
Yeah.
He's picked up a few, you know, bits and bobs in the first round. I thought this was going to be a lot more one-sided with you know, SHEIK FERDOUS being extremely pacey when he does attack.
He stays his distance now.
He does.
Yeah. Because you know, if he go close together, he will fall.
There's one more part that really gets highlighted in an event like this. Now we're in round 2 and SHEIK FERDOUS leading by, you know, 5 points. The Indonesian Pesilat, of course, KADEK Adi Budiasta, he's come back a bit stronger. This also brings to the fore your fitness levels.
Yeah.
How fit are you? And SHEIK FERDOUS, I think, he's really worked hard at his fitness, because when he moves, it's lightning fast.
Yeah, it's fast. You can see the way they breathe. You can see when they breathe, you can see how their fitness level is.
What was your favorite part of Silat in your day?
Sparring.
We all share that, don't we?
It's not easy to get him down again.
I think he's learned from his mistakes the first time around.
But he get 2 points for his kick.
And I totally understand, you know, when you spoke about the judges from behind not being able to actually, oh, there's a warning sign there.
Yeah.
First reprimand from the red corner.
Hit above. Yeah. It's a fall.
So he's
Ready
managed
drop
to
for the red corner.
bring him down.
There is still a fight.
Yeah, we've got the right points now.
Yeah.
And that's interesting, you know, because
Oh,
KADEK
it's a fall.
is really fighting back.
Oh, he's fighting back.
Ready drop for the red corner.
And he's done it in a very calm manner. So
yeah.
both these lads,
Know
very
their
composed.
stuff. Huh? They know their stuff.
Yeah, they're very composed.
You see? That last kick, Gong, if enter the West, 2 point. He will end the round leading.
Okay.
The very last kick just now,
Yep.
missed the West, right?
It missed the West. So that's where.
The thing enter the West, the Indonesian will be leading after the round.
But I'd say it's a fight. It's
It's a
game
fight.
on here.
Yeah, it's game on.
Absolutely game on, isn't it? So we've had 2 rounds, and we get into the final round, and this, I wouldn't have thought, you know, Roz, you just said in the very beginning of this match that, you know, it's still early days, and I think you're absolutely right,
Yeah.
because there was such a difference in the score, and now we're looking at this probably being a tough fight, and I wouldn't put it past KADEK to actually come strong into this. So
because he fall 2 times. 2 times in one round is 6 point. You see?
and that's really been
Yeah.
detrimental to SHEIK FERDOUS in a way. So round 3, it all comes down to this. It's been an exciting time for us here today. We started off with, you know, 2 artistic finals, and then we moved on to the matches.
Oh, you see?
And this is so important. This is so important here. KADEK Adi Budiasta of Indonesia is actually providing a fight back. He's now on par with SHEIK FERDOUS, who actually led 7-2 in the first round. We're down to round 3, and this it's a tie of points. So it's very interesting to see how this round is executed. Of course, he does get a warning again, and so does SHEIK FERDOUS. Remember those parts, you know, face area, groin, joints, as we mentioned earlier. That's so important. and you've got to really stray away from those spots. So very tough. Are you going to call this Roslan, or you're going to say it's anyone's game still?
No, it's anyone games. It's anyone games.
So
One kick and it's all over. You know.
So Sheikh Firdaus now, he's coming back strong. There's a
Yeah.
lot more focus. I can see that in this place. He was just a tad bit complacent in the second
Yeah.
round, but he's on the ball.
See? One kick. Wow.
And that could change
see?
everything, and
You
he's
see?
done it. He's absolutely done it. So
Yeah.
here we are getting into the last 45, or rather the last 40 seconds now. It's even Stevens here. Sheikh Firdaus and KADEK Adi Budiasta tied on 12 points. Oh. That execution is Sheikh Firdaus, of course, pulling in a point. Both very, very clearly looking at the drop, because just as Rose mentioned this earlier to us, it's 3 points. And it could save you from all the others.
Oh man.
So we've just got
Dropping.
a narrow lead there. Sheikh Firdaus is now 2 points ahead.
Now they're looking for the drop verification.
So they're going to check on that, and
who
that's
will
gonna
get the
be-
drops?
And you've still got just about 11 seconds left in this fight.
Yeah. Can go anyway, you know. If the Indonesian guy get the drop, he's leading.
That could just turn the tide.
Yeah.
Very
And he
drop
has.
For the
He
red
has.
corner.
He has. Oh, that's such a big difference, isn't it? We haven't.
See?
That's exactly what we have.
Finish. Oh, he's leading back 2 points. The kick there's one kick.
That's a kick that drew him in with 2 points. You've got a bit of. Is that a bit of added time that we have?
No, there's no other time. Over. It's over. There's no injury time. When it's over,
Absolutely.
it's over.
So it's Sheikh Firdaus who's
Yeah.
just that last kick
This match
that made all the
is win
difference.
by blue corner.
So that's another win for the host nation. Singapore pulls in their fourth of today. Sheikh Firdaus bin Sheikh Alauddin, well, son of Dr. Sheikh Alauddin. Remember, we said this, a family where Silat cruises through their veins. And KADEK Adi Budiasta of Indonesia, taking nothing away from him. What a fight he gave back. He came back